Stat here. Hope you guys are doing well. Today we're going to be doing an updated Time Thief profile. I know I just uploaded one recently, but I took the video down because the quality wasn't there. And I made a lot of errors during the tutorial, so I want to make it up to you guys by getting things right. If you guys enjoy this video, be sure to give it a like, leave a comment down below. I always enjoy interacting with each and every one of you, and please consider subscribing for more awesome Yu-Gi-Oh content. Hit the notification bell for when I go live and upload. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at LestatYGO. We also have a Discord linked in the description. I'd love for you to be part of our awesome community. Now, without further ado, let's dive right into it. So, getting into the deck profile portion of it, we are playing triple Time Thief Regulator. It's one of your primary starter cards. You tribute it, and you bring out two Time Thief monsters from your deck. You're going to be wanting to bring out your Winder and your Adjuster because they are what get your plays going. Speaking of, we are playing triple Time Thief Winder. Also, another one of your starters. Whenever this card is normal or special summoned, you can search for a Time Thief card from your deck to your hand. You're primarily going to be searching for your Time Thief Regulator because it acts as a Solemn Judgment. Also, you could detach a material to special summon this card from your hand, so you don't always have to use up your normal summon. You can bring it out with Regulator, or you can special summon it by detaching an Xyz material. We are playing triple Time Thief Adjuster. Again, it's one of our primary starters. You want to bring it out with your Regulator, but that's not always the case. Whenever you summon a Time Thief monster, you can special summon it from your hand. And whenever it's summoned, normal or special, you can send a Time Thief card from your deck to the graveyard. Primarily your Bezel ship. Now, keep in mind, you only get one or the other effect, which kind of hinders the deck, but, it's not the end of the world. We're playing one Bezel ship, one Chronocoder. These just acts as extenders from the graveyard. We're playing two Raidraptor Tribute Lanius. It's an additional normal summon to get our Raidraptors into graveyard. We are playing two Raidraptor Strangle Lanius. Whenever we control a dark monster, we can special summon this card from our hand. We are playing one Raider's Wing. Similar to Time Thief Winder, you can detach an Xyz material to special summon this from the hand or graveyard. So it's a nice little extender to have. We're playing one Raidraptor Singing Lanius. And two Parallel Exceeds. Again, these are just extenders. Now, the thing to keep in mind with Parallel Exceed is that you kind of have to dance around you can only summon Dark Monster restrictions. So if you're going to be using Parallel Exceed, just keep that in mind. Use that effect before restricting yourself. We're playing one Danger Mothman, generic rank 4 extender and draw power, one Phantom Knight Silent Boots, and last but not least, we're playing one Ascended Sage and one Armed Sage. This is part of our Zexal package. If we control no monsters, we can special summon Ascended Sage from hand. And if we only have one level 4 monster on the field, we can special summon Armed Sage from our hand. And to help search those, we are playing one Reinforcement of the Army and two Zexal Constructions. We are playing two Time Thief Startup, which is an extender. A lot of people like to play one, but I like to play two because we are playing quite a bit of Time Thieves and we need to be able to extend as much as possible because we don't want to waste our normal summon. We're playing one Rank Up Magic, which I'll get into in a little bit when we do the extra deck. We're playing one Monster Reborn for the extender, one Call by the Grave to counter hand traps. We are playing triple Forbidden Chalice. Now you can play whatever power spells you want. Now that Raigeki's at 3, you can play triple Raigeki for going second. You can play Forbidden Droplets. Or you can play Spell and Trap card removal now that Skill Drain is at 3. We're playing one Time Thief Retrograde. It acts as a Solemn Judgment, but the catch is that card you negated gets attached to a Dark Xyz as material. One Time Thief Flyback, just so we can steal an opponent's card from graveyard and attach it to one of our Time Thief Xyz. We're playing one Fogblade and triple Shade Brigade. Getting into the extra deck, we are playing one Time Thief Redoer. This card is one of our primary cards that we want to end our board on because it acts as a disruptor. If it has a monster as material, it could banish itself. So it could dodge like negations, or if your opponent tries to get rid of it, it could kind of dodge it. If it has a spell card, you could detach it, spell card to draw a card. If it has a trap card, you could bounce a face-up card your opponent controls to the top of their deck. And keep in mind, you could detach up to 3 different kinds of materials from this card, so you can get up to 3 effects. And then also during your opponent's standby phase, you can attach a card from their deck onto this as material. We're playing one Time Thief Perpetua. This card allows us to attach a Time Thief monster from our deck to our Redoer. So, well, not a monster, just any Time Thief card. So if we don't have a trap card on a Redoer as material, we can quick effect target our Redoer and equip a Time Thief trap card from our deck to this card. Oftentimes it's going to be flyback, but... And then also during the standby phase, we can detach a material, bring back a Time Thief monster. Like I said, we often don't go into this, but if we, for whatever reason, we don't have a trap card attached to this, Perpetua helps get us there. We are playing one Raiders Knight. This just helps us rank up into our rank 5s, which some of them have negation, some of them have OTKs, but we'll get into those here in a sec. We're playing 2 Force Tricks, which search for our Wing Beast extenders, which allow us to go into our Link monsters like Wise Tricks and Phantom Knight Shade Brigade. We're playing one Raidraptor Ultimate Falcon. It's unaffected by card effects. We bring this out with our Rank Up Magic spell. It's just a problematic card that oftentimes your opponent can't get over because it's unaffected by card effects, it has a ridiculous amount of attack points, and it lowers your opponent's monsters' attack points by 1,000. We're playing one Babushka for a Floodgate, one Tornado Dragon for spell and trap card removal, one Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon, which we can use to rank up into our Arc Rebellion. This gains attack equal to all other monsters on the field. We primarily use this for our OTK. We play one Dark Requiem Xyz Dragon. Again, we rank up from our Rebellion into this, so we have a negate if we're going first. And since we're primarily playing Xyz, we're playing the one Zeus to clear the board. One Wise Tricks is part of our main combo. One Phantom Knight Shade Brigade, our combo ends with this. That way, if we rank up into something, we can rank up into one of these zones to pop an opponent's cards with Rusty Bardish effect. And we're playing one Borrelsword Dragon. Now, you can't play Access Kotaker, but again, you're kind of restricted to Dark monsters sometimes. So, it's one reason why I'm going with Borrelsword. So that concludes the deck profile. Now getting into the combo. It is so difficult sometimes to shuffle in front of this camera. So hopefully we open up decent. We'll just cut. Okay, now we're going to do a few test hands. So hopefully I can get to the combos I want to show you. Okay, not bad. So first we will summon our Time Thief Regulator. We'll Tribute Regulator to bring out our Winder and our Adjuster. Now you may be wondering why we don't just special summon this directly from our hand. Just keep in mind you only get one or the other effect, and we need to feel our graveyard. So we're going to go Chain Link 1, 2, Adjuster will send our Bezel Ship to Graveyard, because again, it's an extender from Graveyard. And then Time Thief Winder will search for our Retrograde. So we're going to end our board with this face down. And then we're going to Xyz Summon. For Force Tricks. We're going to detach Force Tricks. Or detach from Force Tricks to search for Singing Lanius. Because we control a Dark Xyz monster, Singing Lanius will special summon itself. And with Bezelship effect engrave, we could detach a material just so it doesn't go to waste to special summon it. So we will place our Bezelship over here. Next, we are going to Link Summon. Our extra deck's all mixed up. We're going into Ystrix. Ystrix effect will special summon from decks, so we're going to bring out Raider's Wing. So Raider's Wing will special summon out. Now from there, we will Xyz summon again for another Forstrix. We will detach Raider's Wing. To search. Now we pretty much searched all of our extenders, but from here you would want to bring out your Strangulanius, but we already did that, so we're going to add Tribute Lanius to hand. Or we didn't already do that, we opened with it, pardon me. And because we use a Dark Xyz monster's effect, Ystrix's effect activates, adding a rank up magic, or setting a rank up magic from our deck to the field. And we can activate it in the same turn, but we're not going to for reasons. Next, we're going to detach a material from Forstrix to special summon Raider's Wing from the graveyard. We're going to Link Summon. Into Rusty Bardiche. Rusty Bardiche's effect will activate. We will send Silent Boots to graveyard to set Shea Brigade face down. We're going to banish Silent Boots from the card graveyard to search for Fogblade. The Shea Brigade can be activated during the same turn if we control no traps in our graveyard, so we are going to Xyz summon into Time Thief Redoer. Now, since Raider Wing is a material on a Time Thief Redoer cannot be targeted by card effects. So not only do we have protection, but we also have disruption, which kind of works out. And now we have all these cards in our hand. Now, we can special summon Strangulanius. I just don't know what good that would do us because we don't have, like, any other thing we can go into. But we do have Fogblade we can set. We do have Time Thief Retrograde, which we can set. So we have 3 disruptions face down. And if you're wondering why I didn't summon Ascended Sage, is because when we first summoned Regulator only gets its effect to summon 2 Time Thieves from deck if we could show no other monsters. So it's kind of like one or the other you have to choose from. But either route you go, you can still end up on the same board. So this is what your board will look like from that hand. Just a quick editor's note. Since we control Time Thief Redoer, we can special summon Strangulanius, and because we control Redoer, a Dark Xyz monster, we can bring out another Raidraptor from graveyard to go into another rank 4. So I wanted to correct myself again real quick. Just keep that in mind. Enjoy the rest of the video. Okay, so here's our other hand. It's not an ideal hand to have, but we can work with it. So what we're going to do is we're going to normal summon Time Thief Winder. We're going to get our search for Retrograde. because it's important that we have this set on our first turn. Since we control a dark monster, we can special summon. We can Exceed summon for 4 Strix. We're going to detach a material to search for Singing Lanius. We're going to special summon Singing Lanius. We are going to link. So pretty much with this deck, it's a lot of repetition. No matter what hand you open with, you're pretty much going to be going for the same plays. Now, some matchups might force you to play differently. And depending what you open with, you might have to play differently. But the strategy is somewhat the same. Now, if you're going second, you might have to be forced to use that breakup magic. But for learning purposes, we're not going to do that here. We're going to summon Raider's Wing. If I can find it. There we go. So we're going to special summon Raider's Wing. And luckily we open with the Monster Reborn because now we can special summon from graveyard. We can Exceed summon again for 4 Strix. We're going to detach to search. We're going to add Tribute Lanius to hand. Unfortunately, we had to use our Singing Lanius, and that's only once per turn. But don't worry, we can still end up with a decent board. So we're going to detach material to special summon Raider's Wing from our graveyard. Then we are going to link summon. So this is going to be a subpar end board because we didn't open well, but we can still finagle around things. So we're going to send our Silent Boots with Rusty Bardish's effect. To set our Shade Brigade. And because we have no trap cards in graveyard, we can special summon and Exceed. And like before, we have the trap for disruption. We also have Raider's Wing, which prevents our Redoer from being targeted by card effects. We could banish this from graveyard to search for Fogblade. And now we have 4 cards that we can interact. So that's our end board. Not as good as the first one, but we still have things we can do for disruption. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I took down the original updated video because I made a whole bunch of errors. The quality wasn't good. So hopefully I did this justice for you. If you guys did enjoy this, be sure to give it a like, leave a comment down below. Again, I always enjoy interacting with each and every one of you, and please consider subscribing for more awesome Yu-Gi-Oh content. Until next time, I'll see you in the next video.